hello, welcome to another match of Holomania. This is another loser's bracket final match, and today we have a quite interesting match. But before that, I'm Walmart5193, and joining me today is Pork is Great.
Hello, everybody. It is nice to be here, and as you mentioned, this is going to be a very, very interesting match to see here today.
We have Usada Pakora having Jugzu123, Rei, and Ting Momentum, and Coco having Demi Fiend, Toxic Scent, and Danny PX.
Yep. To give some perspective between these two teams, Usada Pakora, definitely one of the tough teams that we have in this tournament, being the number 2 seed, had the opportunity to do their qualifier session where they performed like out of this world scores that I'm still impressed with it. And they are number 2 for a reason, and they had a pretty good run in the winners bracket until they have run into Taco Bell, the team of Chiwi, Boji, and Forken. It was a score of 5-2 in the winners semifinals that got them into here in the losers bracket. Meanwhile, for Coco has had an impressive losers bracket run so far. After losing to Anti-Hololivers in the winners round of 16, they went on a huge losers bracket run, starting from their win versus Ganyu from Hololive in the losers quarterfinals. And then they have won against 3 more teams in Hoshimachi TSD, Team A, and Girl Changos. And the Coco last 2 matches, they have managed to win by sweeps of 5-0. But now they are going into their toughest match yet against Usada Pakora.
Despite all of that, Usada Pakora having quite the competition. As take a good look at these seedings, they are very close. Despite the number 1 on LN for Coco Usada Pakora only got 3rd place, not too far behind. So if there's going to be one thing to look out for when it comes to these two teams, it's most definitely going to be their accuracy.
Yeah, you can also see from the chart as well that Kokofar had the better qualifier scores against Usada Pakora, but especially when it comes into, as we're about to enter the late game, qualifiers really almost don't matter. What really does matter is how good these players are at their late game, and all of these players mentioned, they don't need to be mentioned on how good their late game is. So really, I think this match could actually go either way.
Yeah. And we have Tactical Railroad. This is I'm gonna assume this is Usada Pakora's warm up. This is because it's Ting Momentum.
Yeah, and there is a lot on the line for, especially in the losers finals, as, we already have the two teams that are going to be finished in the top 3 guaranteed. But in the losers brackets, it's Usada Pakora, Kokofar will be fighting, and unfortunately one team will have to finish in top 6, while the other team will move on to the second losers finals match against Ina Connoisseur to determine who will finish in the top 3 guaranteed.
And honestly, since I was the one commentating the match against Ina Connoisseur and Anti-Hololivers, it was such a close match, and I will not be surprised if we see the exact same go on here.
Yeah, and as far as like player ranks, if you are casual, don't let that fool you that Coco Fart that again had better scores on LNs and hybrids, but the concern that I will have right now is how good they can keep up with Usada, Pakora, and Rice, because especially with Team Momentum and Jigsaw, these guys need no introduction to how good they are at Rice. Definitely one of their strongest strengths that they could definitely take advantage of, and they could also keep advantage of the LNs and hybrids depending on how well Coco perform in this map pool in particular.
And also, one more thing is the density and the physicality in general, because this map pool, it went from being to pure ratio and accuracy to seeing how dense or how well you can play dense maps. And it has been shown in just last match on how well these players can hold on to such dense and such physical maps. So if there's one thing that Usada Pakora has, it's most definitely their physicality.
Yep. Yeah, this is the like warm-ups. I mean, obviously not, really. It's just to give us the idea of, how will these players warm up for the upcoming map, pool that we're going to have here. And I mean, even though I can see this map is just being physical with a lot of dense jump streams, I feel like this also is a good opportunity, but to really get those wrists and fingers being warmed up. But concern is going to be with the map pool. And obviously Walmart, you have seen the map pool, and I didn't, so definitely this is going. I don't know if this warm up is going to give me an idea of what the maps are going to be like.
This will most likely give you a good idea on how the jump stream maps will look like. Because Rise 2, our hand stream / jump stream pick, is sort of like this, but with way more trills on hand stream. As Demi-Fiend just gives up.
Understandable. I mean, I understand that if Demi-Fiend doesn't want to play, I mean, why would you put in a lot of effort on on this jump stream map? This is going to really, and I know if you do have a bad warm up, that will actually definitely affect you on how well you will perform in this match.
Yeah. Since I've mentioned this many times when it comes to people putting high 5-star, 6-star warm-ups. I always say you never want to put really hard maps as your warm-up, because you're gonna have to save your stamina, especially when it comes to maps like these. You do not want to just spend all your time with your stamina on a map like this and then not have it for the actual round.
Yep. And as we see, Team Momentum having a full combo on his own map, obviously,
Mapper's advantage.
Yep. But we are about to get near towards the end of this warm-up. It's a pretty dense warm-up that Usada Pakora has.
As the warm-ups are over, and now we're going to head into the one thing that matters most, the roles.
Yep. One thing I will definitely mention as of right now is that Team Coco do not have Danny PX playing the warm-up, so I don't know if, and I have not seen Danny join the lobby from the MP link, so it's definitely possible that Coco will be having to go through a 2-player squad of Demi-Fiend and Toxicent, and they're gonna have to play through every map, whether they like it or not. Meanwhile, for Usada Pakora, they do have all of their team members here, so this is going to give Usada Pakora an opportunity to really rest their players, something that, like, you know, that is like an underrated tactic that I've mostly seen these days.
And as the rolls have been rolled, and Banjo did not show up, Jugzu rolls a 19 and Demi-Fiend rolls an 18. So that means Usada Pakora gets to roll.
Oh my god.
I mean, not roll. Usada Pakora gets to either protect first, ban second, or ban first and protect second. But either way, they get the first pick.
Oh my.
And I won't be surprised if we see some, maybe if we see some of the more, like, Goodbye Senjin, or even maybe some of the SV maps being protected by Usada Pakora.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we can see, you know, a lot of maps, a different map pool from semifinals. There's 6 Rice maps, 4 Elite maps, and the usual 2 Hybrids and 2 SV maps. And
they're gonna protect second.
so they're going to get the first ban, however, so this might be, so they probably have something in mind when they probably said they're going to protect second, and they're gonna protect SV1 for Coco card.
That is the second SV1 protect we have seen, as last time we saw Edamame get protect, and we saw a 4-way sight read.
Yep. So now it is going to be Usada Pakora's turn to make their protect now. And it's going to be the Bang Dream map with Shirakami Fubuki, Bon Appetit S Rice 5. So Rice 5 will be protected. Now with this, it's going to be Pakora taking the first ban, however, yeah.
Demi's going for the ban on the Jack map.
Wait, isn't it supposed to be teams going with, wait, okay. Oh, okay. So, I did not see it. Ting actually went with the Rice 5 protect, and they banned SD2, and Coco Fart banned Rice 1. I was a bit confused with what Ting was saying in the IRC chat, but now I got it down.
Now we head into our first map.
And Ting's wasting no time. Goodbye Sengen is going to be the pick for Usada Pakora Rice 6.
This is our dump map.
Yep. This map is 2 minutes, 22 seconds long with a BPM of 204. OD of 8 as well. And this is at a 1.2 speed rate as well.
And so normally when it comes to speed, normally you would multiply the BPM of the original map by 2 to get its speed BPM. So this would be roughly 408 BPM.
Yeah. That's like, I don't even want to think about that high BPM number. Like, I mean, this map, you know, I think someone mentioned it's a speed map or a dump map, and we're just
It is
already,
a dump map.
yeah, and we're just already seeing a burst right here, and Demi-Fiend starting already early off with a break. Oh wait, no, that's a client error. That's a client error.
Usada Pakora having that slight lead, as everyone's still Demi-Fiend having the highest accuracy. And here we go, heading into our first speed part of the map.
Yeah, we're seeing Toxic Sense accuracy is going down, but however, Ting's accuracy is also down as well. But Demi
King drops.
that's a now legit drop, but Ray also trades back as well. But Ray's accuracy is still high with a 99.72% right here, as Demi Fiend is now actually catching up to Team Momentum's accuracy, which is at 99.63. However,
that was Client. Also, speaking of Client, the score or the point thing is not showing up. Yeah,
it's still at warp mode, but I'm pretty sure our streamer is definitely going to fix that. There we go. And as we are near already the halfway mark, we do see Coco not actually too far behind. Demi Fiend actually manages to get his accuracy back up to 99.70, and but however, Ray and Team Momentum is at 99.73 as a 74 as a team average. This is the last part.
Also, despite that drop from Ray earlier, they're actually having the highest accuracy.
Yep.
Out of everyone here. Oh, and that's a drop from Toxic Scent. That's gonna probably secure it.
That's definitely probably going to be it. It was an amazing effort from all four players, actually, but unfortunately, Team Momentum and Ray just had the consistency to really be able to take this point, and Team Momentum with the FC, which I believe one of his breaks was a client error.
Yep, most likely a client error, but here we go.
Alrighty, with that being said, Coco is now up to make their next pick, or their first pick, but the second pick of this match,
LN4.
And they're going with LN4. Oh.
This is the 7-star.
Oh yeah, this is a 7-star map? What?
Yes, this is 7-star.
I do not want to know what is the map like that. But yeah, this is Ghost. Definitely no stranger if you are a Hoshimachi Suisei fan. This is 3 minutes 17 seconds long with an OD of 7.4 with a BPM of 182, star rating of 7.02, which is interesting, and no changes as of right now. Ray and Ting for Usada Pakora is going to stay in, with Demi Fiend and Toxic Sense staying in. Alrighty, so we're just waiting for
everybody ready up.
Yeah, they're already ready up, and
here's where MPs start.
Yep. Good luck, have funs are being said around the players, and here we go. The map is getting to load. Coco Fart's looking to have their first point to make it 1-1 even. Usada Pakora looking to make it start off with a break point as well to make it 2-0. Here we go. It starts off very slow, but now it slowly starts to pick up. Yep. Here we go again. iPad for cutting you off.
Fine.
So all four players are at the 400 combo mark as we see here, but it is going to be interesting accuracies here. Demi Fiend holding a 99.
Oh, that was
client. That's a client.
If there is one thing that makes this map notable, despite its 7-star rating, it's going to be what's it called? It's the most of the release.
Yep, and here we go.
And here we go. We're heading into one of our first sections here. And Demifiend actually still holding on to a pretty well-rounded accuracy, as Ting and Ray are keeping a pretty average 99.7 accuracy. But I think that was a 200 from Ting,
Yeah,
as that's a little accuracy drop. And also,
yeah.
and that might have been also a trade, because Demifiend also dropped a bit of accuracy, as we wait for Bancho to reconnect here.
Yeah, I would like to mention that at the start, when Usada and Pakora had the better team average, but since both Ray and Ting dropped accuracies around Toxic Scent, now this is where Coco definitely have a good opportunity to really try to extend that lead. However, Ray, however, with a break.
Ooh. That is something you don't want to see, especially when you're halfway through the map. But I believe there is still one more long note section left that is very notable to the 7-star rating.
Yeah.
So anything could happen from there, and that wasn't a very significant accuracy drop, as the lead is still intact. It can only just take a little miss from Coco to swing that lead back to Usada Pakora.
Yeah.
As we head into our final long note section. Here we go.
Here those with those quads, and all of these players manages to hit them perfectly.
Usada Pakora being behind by roughly 6,000 points. It can take just one little drop from Coco to swing that lead back over.
Yeah, they're still at striking distance, but however, Demifiend is just doing very well. And Toxic Scent doing whatever he can to really back up to really support Demifiend's score, which definitely that Ray break during the middle of the map definitely really costed Usada Pakora to really take that break point. As we are at the end of the map, it is going to be
roughly by 9,000 points, and that is going to go to Coco now. Only 27 200s from Demifiend.
Oh my gosh, that ratio is just disgusting. Yeah, both full combos from Coco Team Momentum also with the FC, but unfortunately, not enough since Ray did have that break. It would have been interesting how well Ray did not break, because he definitely had his at ratio is definitely interesting to Toxic Scent. But as it is right now, the score is going to be 1-1 even right now.
And I won't be surprised, this is Usada Pakora's next pick, I won't be surprised if we see another Rice pick come out of them. And
Rice 4.
Error.
Yeah,
Rice
they're going back into the Rice maps.
No surprise seeing how well Usada can handle Rice.
Yep. Oh, the Sun Apple map, and you can definitely see it. Sun Apple being very excited, especially since he is our streamer. So thank you, Sun Apple, for streaming this match.
We love Sun Apple.
Yep.
But here we go.
Alrighty. Some small conversation going around in the IRC chat as we see here, but this is error. This is a 2-minute 21-second map with an OD of 8, BPM of 100.
But this map is full of surprises. Team Momentum putting on Mirror, suggesting maybe these very technical patterns are well better on his other hand.
And this is actually not a client issue. Demifiend will start off with a really early break, but fortunately it happened just before the 400 combo mark, so definitely the lead isn't going to really hurt Coco isn't going to hurt Kokofar too much, and they definitely can definitely can try to fight back with the deficit right here.
And as we see it now, Ray actually holding an impressive 99.93. Despite that little stream section, he's still holding on quite well. And speaking of stream section, here we go. These are very tricky streams with Mini Jax and Demi-Fiend finding a drop. Another one.
Yeah, not looking good for Kokofar so far. And Demi-Fiend is now down to a 98 point. Now 97. His accuracy is just dropping.
That is going to increase the lead by by a lot, I'm just gonna say.
Yeah,
as Ray is still keeping that impressive accuracy.
Yeah, Toxic said doing whatever he can to really try to decrease the lead, but I mean Ting will have the drop, especially when you have a player that is already down in the 98% mark. And especially since this is a relatively almost a shorter map than average, I think it's almost the writing is just already on the wall for Kokofart, and especially with the another break we see from Demi-Fiend. However, Toxic said we'll find a break. Kokofart will have a team reset, and yeah,
Ray being the only one holding on to an FC, and Ray will FC, as that will most likely be a 990k. Hello?
Or almost
1-200.
Almost a V1 double S.
This is what I meant by having Usada Pakora being really good when it comes to physicality like this. And despite Fiend's rough play on this, still holding out almost a 900k. And Toxic Set and Ting Momentum almost tied with their score.
Yep. But as it is, that is just going to be it for Error Rice 4. We are now going to get into Ellen Dree now.
Which is I Wanna.
Kokofart choosing that map. So I Wanna by Minato Aqua. This is a 2-minute 36-second map with an OD of 5.84 star rating and a BPM of 137. I believe this is a Castella map and not made by Ash. I could be wrong, because definitely when it comes to like these re-uploads, they definitely fool me as to who really made the map or not.
Yeah, I believe you're right. This is just Mash might just be re-uploading this. Might have changed the OD, maybe the HP. Probably added some more, maybe added some more spice to the map to make it a finals fit for Holomania. But still, it is a long note map, and it has been selected by Kokofart, I believe.
Yep. Definitely going back into the LN section right here. I believe yeah, they're definitely still having. I believe that neither of the LN maps have been banned, so Kokofart could try to really use all of the LN maps, especially against Usada Pakora, which, I mean, it's just Rice versus LN, pretty much.
As we already see, everyone holding really well accuracy, even though we're just started in. And here we go. This map is not nice, despite its 2-minute 30-second length, which is actually relatively short, since a lot of these maps are beyond the 3-minute mark.
Yep, and we're already beginning things off with, all of these players having very interesting accuracies, but now the lead is starting to flicker. And Demi-Fiend! Wait a minute!
Ray!
Wait, Ray dropped with the client, but no, it's not a client issue. Ray will trade back.
Yeah, that is a trade from Ray from Demi's miss as they both reached the combo cap, but that lead is being slightly led to Usada. I mean to Coco for and Ting finding a drop as well. No one from Usada Pakora is FCing. Toxic Sen being the only one holding the FC.
Yep, definitely an improvement from Alan 4. And as we say that, the Toxic Scent will find a break, however. So now no one will have the full combo marks, but however, Coco 4 definitely have the better team accuracy right here with Demi Fiend and Toxic Scent holding a 99.5, at least a 99.50% as a team. Meanwhile, Team Momentum trying to do whatever he can to get back up to that 99.5 mark to really try to catch up to Toxicent.
This lead is so tight. Anything could happen, as it is basically a battle between Ting and Ting and Toxic Scent here. As Ting is trying their very hardest to gain their accuracy back up to that 99.5 threshold. But it can take another break from Coco for just to swing that lead over because of Ray's really dominant accuracy and combo.
Toxic Scent with the break right here.
And that's gonna slightly swing the lead over. That lead is flickering, and we're just reaching the end of the map. Ting drops. That is going to. Will that be enough? Demi trades it back. This is super tight. The lead is swinging back and forth. It is slightly being led into Usada Pakora, and I believe Usada Pakora will take the point.
Oh man, that is definitely not good if you are for Coco Fart. Definitely, but it was an impressive performance from Usada
730 points.
Usada Pakora definitely was better in the second half. That they were trailing just a bit behind, but was able to narrowly take this one. But unfortunately, as it needs to be said, it is going to be Usada Pakora's breakpoint to make it 3-1 now, and
that was so close.
And the fact that Ting had to say it was a sight read as well. That
was an entire sight read from Usada Pakora. And
I don't know if it's. Oh, go ahead.
They're barely winning by 2,730 points with that one. And they're going to pick Bang Dream, which is Rice 5. Our shortest map in the pool, just clocking over 1 minute 30 seconds. And what is more to say than it is a very bursty, mini jack sorted map. This map fits right up both aisles actually. It's right up Usada Pakora and Coco Fart's alley here. So what's really gonna matter is who can hold that ratio very well. And who drops 200s the most out of everyone here?
Yep. You saw Pakora going with their protect. Around halfway into the maps, as this is our 5th map of the day for these teams to select from the map pool. Our 3rd Rice map. That was a much needed breakpoint that Usada Pakora would have, and definitely they could take this advantage by taking the rest of the Rice maps to make it potentially a 6-4 victory. But I will say I wasn't expecting that LM map to be very close. However, I'll just say it.
This isn't the first time we saw a really close match break down. We saw earlier, I believe it was Anti-Hololive was winning by only like 1,600 points.
Wow, impressive. And so now,
and that's a 200 from Demi Fiend, which is gonna swing that lead just ever so slightly to Usada Pakora.
Yep. And this is a pretty short map. This is only 1 minute 38 seconds long. You know, as typical of how Bang Dream maps are. But
and here come the long jacks. And everyone's seeming to find nothing wrong with these long jacks, as everyone seeming to, I think they all V1 double S that. Oh, but Demifiend finding a significant drop in accuracy.
Yeah.
Ting drop!
Ting, however, will drop, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Another break from Usada Pakora is what Coco Fart must need if they want to force another break point.
Oh,
A drop from Demifiend is not going to help them by any means.
That really increased the lead because Demifiend had a pretty nasty 200 burst, and their accuracy is just slowly going down.
And
as I believe this is going to be Usada Pakora's points here. Unless something wild happens.
I don't think so.
I think this is also a view, maybe like a... This would be a very... I don't know if this would be a V1 double S from Ray, but it looks like it. Maybe a 1-200 maybe?
But unfortunately, Demifiend, just like in Rice 4...
V1 double S from Ray? What?
Oh my. Oh man, that's a pretty also impressive ratio as well. 994k, 176 300s. That's very impressive. But however, just I was about to say, just like in Race 4, it was the physicality of the maps that really got the best of Demifiend. And you know, Coco are going with another LN map, a new start.
Yeah. They're going with LN1, which is more of a release sort LN pick. And Usada Pakora winning that last pick by almost 60,000 points.
Yep. So, a new start by Nanashi Mune. This is 3 minutes 22 seconds long with ODS 7 with 132 ppm. This is at 1.1 speed rate. And don't know what else to be said aside from, you know, it's a LN release oriented map. And the speed rate's at 1.1, so definitely a bit higher BPM than the typical regular 1.0.
This is quite a risk that Coco Fart is taking, as we know that we all know that Demifiend is really good at long notes, but we have Ting Momentum and Ray up on the table here, so this could be really close.
Yep.
As the NP start has been thrown in, and we are ready. Also, I just realized that there's a pattern going on. It's going Rice, LN, Rice, LN, Rice, LN. So our next pick is probably going to be Rice.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of maps left. But I also need to mention that Coco Fart is not in a very good position here as far as how the score is right now. And you know, if Usada Pakora can take this another break point, it just seems to be looking likely to be Usada Pakora definitely looking to seal the deal with their potential last pick.
Look at how close this what's it called?
The scores or accuracy is. I mean, definitely, yeah. I mean, definitely different accuracy battles going on here with Ray taking on Demifiend, Toxic Set taking on Team Momentum, however. But consistency is going to be the game here. And we will see a break from Team Momentum and another one from Team that will definitely help Coco Fart extend the lead. And another more breaks from Ting. I am not expecting that.
And here we go, as Coco Fart has a pretty convincing lead here against Usada Pakora. As we could see Coco Fart staying alive here, as we're just barely reaching that halfway mark. Demifiend pulling an impressive 99.83. But this is mainly a battle between Ray and Toxic Sen of how similar their accuracies are.
Yeah. And you know, Coco Fart definitely has the better team accuracy, Ray shouldn't really be focusing on Toxic Scent. Or, I mean, obviously, of course not. He wants to really catch up to Demi-Fiend's accuracy to level the playing field as it is, but however, the lead is just slightly extending towards Coco Fart's favor. And we could
probably gonna take a break, or like a break in a couple 200 to swing that lead over to Usada Pakora, but the map is running out. But we have these tricky release long jack sort of nodes that could really trip a player up if they're not paying attention.
Yep.
But as we see, no one really dropped on that. And here we go.
Here we go with those more releases right here. We're just seeing. I don't know how these players are hitting these release notes. These are just incredible.
This is a finals match after all.
Yep, and it just seems to be as long as they can both hold on, which was an issue that happened in LN3. Demi-Fiend and Toxic Scent looking to make it 4-2.
Their wish came true as the map is running out and there's not really that many dense long note sections left besides this part right here. Oh, and that was a 100 from Toxic Scent, but that's not gonna do anything.
That will barely do a dent to
as Coco Fart. Woo, Demi-Fiend 993K.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's that accuracy. Oh my gosh, that score and accuracy is just
jeez.
It's just disgusting to just look at. Oh my goodness. So
now I can see why they have. Now I can see why they have first place on the long notes in the qualifiers.
Yeah, but as mentioned, it is going to be 4-2. However, would have been a 3-3 if they didn't collapse at LN3. But however, they do have an opportunity to take a break point. Well, it's especially hard since Usada Pakora is gonna go with those rice maps definitely to try to finish them off. So they're gonna have to get a break point from Usada Pakora's strong strengths, whether they like it or not.
Probably. Oh, and they're gonna go for Stellar. I was about to say one of the more safe picks would be Rice too. But they want to take advantage of the physicality section and go for the technical map.
Yep. So this is Stellar. Another Hoshimachi Suisei song. How many songs of Hoshimachi Suisei are there? 3, 4?
I believe there's 4.
4? My goodness, we already went through 3 of them. And already, aside from that, this is Stellar. This is a 3-minute 41-second map. OD of 8 and a 174 BPM. A tech-oriented map, as we see here. Alrighty. So MP match starts in 10 seconds. Both of these players, or all of these 4 players, are in the zone as we are getting into the 7th map. All 4 of these players are playing all 7 straight maps. You know, it's interesting because you would have think they would have probably have Jigsaw playing some of those rice maps, but maybe not as.
That's an immediate drop from Ting. Oh, but Demi-Fiend trades it back.
Yeah, but Demi-Fiend, of course, is going, just like the last 2 rice maps, is just going to struggle on the physicality. Oh man.
Demi-Fiend not finding any comfort at all, dropping down to a 96 as Toxic Scent breaks the ice with that one, as it's only Ray now that's full comboing.
Yeah, but My goodness, this is not looking good for Coco Fart already. They're really behind so much right now. It's gonna take a huge collapse from either Ray or Team Momentum to really give Coco Fart an opportunity to catch up. But especially since, like, this happened early in the map, all I am saying is that I'm going to be very, very concerned to see how well the map progress.
We have a nice break here. Everyone can regain their stamina. Everyone can also regain their combo as everyone reaches over that 400 combo mark. And here we go. We're back into the little bursty tech sections as we're waiting for Bancho to sync up here.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And we're just seeing, all four players are holding up to their combos. Demi-Fiend actually holding up combo, surprisingly, which is after, two Rice maps that these teams have to be played. I would think that Coco Fart would probably have a much bigger deficit behind, and unfortunately that break is definitely going to increase the lead for Usada Pakora. Team will trade with Demi-Fiend, but Demi-Fiend will go right back into it.
Yeah, Demi-Fiend not finding any comfort at all, like I said, but as we're nearly reaching the end, this is the last third. Is there anything much more to say, but Ray is still full comboing? I mean,
Yeah.
What would you expect from Ray, but despite that he's a literal god at the game?
Yeah, and Toxic said holding a respectable 99.58%. Definitely beating his team's score, but is definitely not Ray as well.
As the map is almost coming to an end here, we just have one final tech part to go, and here it is. And I believe Usada Pakora has secured this point, as it is match point now, as we wait for the map to come to a close.
Yep.
We have one final tech section.
And
oh, Ray finally drops.
Everybody's just dropping now.
But besides that, we're now just back into the simple mini jacks, and everyone. I don't think anyone's gonna reach the combo cap besides. Yeah, no one reaching the combo cap at the end. But oh my goodness, that was
Ray.
only
my
one
god.
miss from Ray. 987k, and this is a match point for Usada Pakora. And immediately we're seeing SV1 come out, which is Edamame, Coco Farts Protect.
Yeah, they're going with their Protect now. I mean, yeah, this is definitely Coco Fart going with their Protect, which is very understandable and very good to strategize with that. And assuming if they can take Usada Pakora's last pick of the map, which was definitely 99.99% going to be Rice 2. They could definitely take advantage of the last LN map, which is LN 2, that's still left standing. So, assuming if Coco Fart can make it a 5-4 game right now, but they're gonna have to go through SV1, North Camp map.
Yeah, and it will not be safe to sight read this map either, because last stream we saw a 4-way sight read and the highest rank was a B rank. I think the one thing that's gonna trip these players up is the teleports. Well, not the teleports. The pauses. Since this is mainly mapped to the vocals, not the beats. Which mostly, when you think of SVs, it would be the SVs would be to the beats, not the vocals.
Yep. And here we go.
I mean, they would be mapped to the beat. But here we go. It looks like everyone practiced this map.
Yeah, so definitely we're going to see a much better performance than what we see from anti-hololivers and in a connoisseur earlier today. However, Toxicent will find that 100, and it just looks like Usada Pakora also prepared for this moment as well.
Oh, and they have Jugzu in there. I guess Jugzu must have practiced.
Yeah, definitely giving Ray a break, and even if they do lose, Ray is definitely going to come back a bit more fresh. But it just looks like it might not happen, as you saw Pakora is still holding on to that lead. And here it is. Let's see how these players do on the slow section right here.
Seem to find no problems at all.
That is impressive.
As Usada Pakora having a demanding lead with Ting's 99.7, but Demi-Fiend is catching up with the 99.4.
Oh my gosh.
Here are the pauses that we're talking about.
So far, these players are doing very good, but it's Usada Pakora still holding on to that lead, however. And these players, so I'm going to be impressed if all four of them can finish off with FCs.
Well, here comes the final slow jam section.
Yep, that slow jam, which these players are hitting it perfectly.
And we still have a little long note section right here.
Jigsaw, I also need to mention that Jigsaw is slowly dropping down accuracy, so there is still a bit of time for Coco to catch up, but unfortunately that's not going to be it.
It's over.
That is going to be it, as Usada Pakora will be able to take this victory over Coco Fart. That is a very impressive performance from, Ray and Team Momentum being able to perform very well on those really dead rice maps. Demi-Fiend and Toxicent definitely did well on the LN section, but unfortunately, it's just not really good enough when they're facing against a team that is more well-rounded in every skill set that we see here. So to Jigsaw 1-3, Ray and Team Momentum, congratulations on your victory and best of luck on your match tomorrow against Ina Connoisseur tomorrow, which is going to be at 14 UTC.
And yeah, they'll be versing Ina Connoisseur, which is gonna be a very close match, I would say. But anyway, do you have any closing remarks? Anything that needs to be said?
To Kokofar, they have definitely did a great job of how they did today. I mean, they were definitely competitive on LNs, but it's just unfortunate to see them struggle with Rice. Well, more specifically with Demi-Fiend. But Demi-Fiend, even though he did struggle on Rice, he definitely has a ton of potential to really improve on his Rice game. And I think, if there's one thing I could take away from this match, Demi-Fiend is already impressive enough with LNs. Just imagine if he can actually improve on Rice. He is probably going to be a scary player to watch in the future. But aside from that, Coco Fart with a top 6 finish, definitely a very respectable performance with how they did, starting from the losers quarterfinals. But to like everyone, congratulations, on your guys' performance, and to Coco Part, best of luck on your future endeavors. And as of that, we will be ending the stream right here. First off, just want to say thank you to Zeus for reffing this match. Thank you to Sonapple for streaming this match as well. Coming up next will be tomorrow at 3 UTC, a winner's bracket match between Hollow Gangsters taking on Taco Bell. That is a match that you actually don't want to miss. And even though I will be at work, I will still try my best to actually watch that match. And aside from that, that is going to be it. We will see you guys at 3 UTC, which is going to be like at least 12 hours from now. I don't know math. So until then, see you guys later.
Pretending I got all the eyes on me. Got a bad baby and she's independent. Too many people wouldn't let me that she can attention when they want on me. Listen, and the smell of the money must ring with addiction. She did for dick, I let her lick. I had to dip, I hope I fit, I'm rich now. I bought a whip, I paint a thing. I drive this up, the fuck you think? Yeah, I'm rich. Yeah, little mama, yeah, you heard about me. I'm a puppy like a bee, yeah, a mommy. Yeah, I feel so high, like I'm chilling on the beach. Yeah, baby in the sun like that. Teletubby cells singing loud while I pop a ball off your chin. Clang, clang, and it costs a lot. You tell me what's up to go, yeah, and you're not badass. We keep on going till we keep the spot, whoa.